Hey everybody, Mr. Regan here. And now that we have a good idea of how we're going to be creating our proposal, what it's all about, and how we're going to be evaluated, let's talk about how we are going to be accessing the proposal in the next test and how we'll be completing the proposal introduction within the outline. So when you go to the next task, you'll notice that there is a Google Doc icon here that you're going to click on. This is where you're going to be adding a copy of the proposal outline to your drive. The proposal outline is where you're going to be completing all the different parts of the proposal before writing the final proposal here at the bottom. Now, it looks a little crazy and busy, but don't worry, we're going to break this down. Today, we're only going to be focusing on this first part, the optimal pod design details and results, and the introduction. So, for the first part, how will you build your optimal design and what would the different results be? This is where you're going to tell me what test number, iterative test number, was your overall pod. You're going to tell me what kind of shell you used, what amount of building materials you had for the padding, what add-ons you used, and then you're going to tell me what the results were, what the impact force, mass velocity, shell condition, cost, and damage were, as these are going to represent your claim or your optimal pod design. From here, we're going to then complete the introduction section as well. This is where you're going to be talking about these three things and recording your responses here in the blue boxes. So for this question and section, you'll answer you'll put your response here to the right, for this one to the right here and here. These are the three parts we went over in the last video. This is the summary, where you talk about the background information we need to present to our reader or the disaster committee. This is the design and drop results. So in other words, what was your pod made out of and what would be the results if it's dropped? And then this is the criteria. What were the three criteria we were focusing on as we dropped the pod? And what would those results for those criteria be? This is where you're going to put all of your big ideas. You're going to form all of your sentences that we later put into your final proposal here at the very bottom. For now, we're just focusing on these first two parts, completing what would be our optimal design and the drop results and criteria results, along with writing these first three sections. So take a second. Do we understand how to access our drop pod activity and the proposal? In the next task, we understand how to complete the introduction and beginnings of our outline. Put your X where you fall, and good luck.